Hi everyone, this is CherryEnchantress. I'm here with Pixie Dust Tarot and your weekly reading and love message from your person. So we're going to kind of continue the theme from last week where you can pick a Disney couple and it has a little bit of spirit baby energy mixed into this. If you are definitely not thinking of getting pregnant or having children in the near future, just see it as this baby energy could be from a past baby, it could be from a future baby, or it could just represent the cherub angels. So another form of message from angels, the small angelic voices. You know how children have a wisdom that's sort of surprising sometimes. So out of the mouth of babes, right? All right, so we have 4 piles here and 4 couples. Pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, pile 4. Pile 1 is Esmeralda and Phoebus. Pile 2 is Cinderella and her prince, and I'm going to ask you guys to help me come up with names for them. And pile 3 is Philip and Aurora, and pile 4 is Megera and Hercules. All right, so you don't have to choose couple that you like the most. You can choose by number, you can choose by timestamp, or any other method. Sometimes I like to just see what pile is the hottest, if any of them are hot. I oftentimes just pick my favorite one, which is 2 or 4, or combination of 2 and 4, or 4 and 2. But sometimes I'm drawn to just number 1. Right now, none of them feel particularly, maybe this one, hot right now. Or you could also go with the coolest one as well. You can also close your eyes and just see the numbers 1 through 4 and see which one just sort of jumps out at you. And with that, take a couple of extra seconds, take a deep breath in, close your eyes, release your breath. I didn't say close your eyes. I did say close your eyes. Okay, let's do this one more time. Close your eyes, take a deep breath in, open your eyes, release your breath. Now, which one is your eyes drawn to? Let's begin. Here's pile 1 with Esmeralda and Phoebus from The Hunchback of Notre Dame. All right, now let's see what messages we get for you. So I'm going to start off with a little tarot reading. And then we're going to do something fun where we're going to see what blocks you and what helps you in your situation. All right, so here we have the Magician and the 2 of Cups and the 3 of Wands. Very nice. So for you, it's all about manifesting. You're doing a great job of, focusing on that which you want and not what you don't want. And you're going through the proper ways of attracting it to yourself. You are the perfect couple, so you don't have to feel like, you don't go into doubt, because you just already know that you are just right for each other and you're meant to be. And then somebody here could be the masculine, but maybe it's the feminine. Somebody's going to do some traveling. Somebody's looking forward to a future event. Something is coming up soon. All right, looking forward to seeing you is what I'm hearing. All right, so now we're going to use the Disney Villains deck to see who's blocking you, or what's blocking this energy. Do all of them have a little smudgy thing here? That's weird. Is that my thumb? Huh. When did that happen? That's weird. Okay. You have the King of Coins and the 4 of Coins. So with the King of Coins, I'm getting wealth, abundance, all of that. But as a block, I would say definitely 4 of Coins energy. Block can represent maybe greed or too much focus on the material things. It can also represent a lack mentality, or thinking that somebody might not have enough money for traveling or for getting together or going to the next step or leveling the relationship or whatever. So like money fears can sometimes get in the way of this situation. But I definitely feel like this is a wealthy person here, or people here. It's just the mindset is not always wealthy. But see, you manifesting good. So I think this is only once in a while kind of energy that pops up, and that's just what you have to work on, or your person, or both of you. All right, so let's see with the princesses what is going to help you. Love. Your perfect and sweet love for each other. And abundance, right? Having that abundant mentality and not the lack mentality, and just knowing that you have abundance. And pretty much you're going to have abundance because Spirit is guaranteeing this success, because the King of Coins is about money. It's about having it. And so don't hold too tightly. Nobody needs to hold on too tightly, because there's so much more of it. All right, so let's see about messages now. We're going to go with My Fairytale is Real by Fairytales and Cocktails. And you've got I'm Sending You a Song. I'm a better person because of you. Always. Let's get a little kiss. How about an enchanted kiss for you? You have It Starts in My Soul and I Lose All Control. Hey, that could be the song. My poor heart aches with every step you take. I'd give up forever to touch you. And you'll be in my heart always. Oh, always again. All right, and let's see now what your hug is, or Enchanted Embrace. You are sweet perfume like a desert rose. I can't help falling in love with you. You were so beautiful to me. And let's see what you are going to expect next in your love life. You have Forgiveness. Allow healing waters to wash away the pain of the past. Nice. And Dreams Come True. Have faith, your rainbow will come smiling through. All right, and also let's add a little bit of the Disney Baby Charms. Oh, okay. So it looks like you might be getting a home together. Your castle in the sky. And you have pixie dust, which is manifesting. It's that final phase. You have 2 houses. Look at that. You're definitely, and the castle too also represents fairy tale, like a dream come true, a fairy tale come true, and also possible babies coming towards you. Somebody with the letter A in their name, beginning, endings. A might be important. Also, pacifier makes me feel like a very content situation, like peaceful, content, feeling calm and happy and glad. So maybe after this feeling of renewal, after your forgiveness, everything just falls into place beautifully. All right, really great. Let me move on to the next. All right, next we have Cinderella and the Prince. So I think I'm going to call, think of a French name. Like, I think they're both French. I'm going to call him Jean, like Jean. And I'm going to call her Cindy. So, and if she like fill in your names at the bottom in the comment section. You decide what they should be named, what their official name should be. I know there's some places that the prince has an official name somewhere, but I just feel like that can be up in the air. Let's see first what your tarot story is here. So you have the 4 of Swords and the World and the Ace of Wands. So the 4 of Swords is meditation, rest, stillness. The world is your oyster. I also, when I was pre-shuffling, I heard, "We are the world, we are the children, we are the ones who make a brighter day," etc. I think I'm going to sing that one too. And then the Ace of Wands represents creativity, artistry, somebody who's unique, has a new unique vision, inspired vision. This could be an inspired path as well, like an interesting direction or idea that your meditations might take you in. This also feels kind of like, being able to get out of your body, like out of body experiences, astral travel, connecting remotely with people too, and yeah, being very creative with each other in some kind of future situation or endeavor as well. So let's see now. The fun thing that I've added this time is the Disney villains. What is the block here? So you have the Queen of Swords and the Page of Swords, Lucifer. All right, so here I'm feeling that there's some kind of imposing authority here. It doesn't even have to be a particular person. It could be society, societal rules, imposing energy, outside opinions that seem to matter to you or your person. It could also be a mother-in-law. It could be an ex. It could be somebody like that who thinks they know best and thinks they have the right idea about how everything should work, and that kind of influences you or your person. The Page of Swords, though, can also represent other people, like jealous people, the jealous cat, the one that wants to mess with things, mess around. So there could be somebody who's not very content with your connection, who wants to mess with it somehow. And that could be the block. But let's see what is the magic that releases this. And we'll ask the princesses to help us bring the solution. The princesses have deep talks, so it's very important to communicate here. And wisdom, like the Serenity Prayer, knowing the difference, between what you can change and what you can't change, what you have to just accept as is, like society rules, or what you can, if you have courage, you can change, like all of these movements of activism that we've had in our lifetimes to change things that seemed, even though they were established ways of doing things, we decided they were unfair, they were wrong in the big picture, and we as a society did try to change these things. So in a smaller scale, according to your lifestyle and your circumstances, you could use that wisdom to know that this is the time for courage, possibly. So let's look into a little bit deeper. All right, let's get into some messages. So first, from My Fairytale is Real, by Fairytales and Cocktails, we have, I forgot what your skin tasted like until the ocean spray kissed my lips. Now, if you never tasted their skin, then maybe this is like a past life memory. Only you. And I am absolutely irrevocably in love with you. So if you're having any doubts about that, know that, yes, love, love, love. Let's get some kisses. How about enchanted kisses? We have time on my hands could be time spent with you. When destiny calls, you must be strong. Yeah, feeling this strength energy, like courage coming through. The vision, again, vision that was planted in my brain still remains. And I hear you whisper in my own mind, will it ever change? So it could be like a nice telepathic connection here, psychic connection. Let's see about your hugs, Enchanted Embrace. You have, I love your smile. Our mental synchronization can have but one explanation. You and I were just meant to be. Ah, see? Telepathic connection. And you are wonderful. And, oh yeah, I was going to put those on this side over here for some asymmetric balancing. So finally, let's see what is coming next into your love life. What to expect. What is going to develop next. So we have a rendezvous, a private getaway for you is calling you. So that could be what's next, or that could be part of your solutions. And twin flame union might be next. So the physical union could be coming in, but definitely heart, body, mind, and soul, like all of it converging together as one. Now, if you don't resonate with twin flame, it could just be that feeling of, you already have the mental telepathy. Maybe if you haven't had a physical connection, you will have that, or maybe you will have that again with this person. So it could be a getaway coming up for you. So let's get a few little Disney baby charms. Oh, the big ducky. Lots of bath time fun. You have the letter M. You have C. You have the little house. So little house could represent a getaway. Ooh, you could be making babies like a boy or a girl or both. And you have some extra special pixie dust coming through. Like, this is going to take twice as much pixie dust, but it's going to happen. Oh my gosh. And you have I love mom. So there is mother energy here. And there could be a lot, multiple mother energies here, but honor your mother. Honor all mothers. And then maybe this has something to do with Mother's Day too, like a connection towards Mother's Day. And then you have the little bunny rabbit could be connected to Easter, and also the fertility factor. You definitely have also, this makes me think of masculine and feminine energy, that both of you feel very pacified. So this next phase in your life could feel pacified. Also, I'm getting twin energy too with the 2, and again, twin could be twin flames or twin children or twin energy somehow, some way, from the past or the future, or just cherub babies, like I said. And yeah, the duck can represent Beth. It can represent playfulness. It could represent cuteness, and it could be wholeness, because it has pink and blue mixed together, and so it's like the 2 coming together. Okay, very nice. All right, well, I hope you like that, and I'm going to move on to the next. All right, here is pile number 3 with Aurora, our Sleeping Beauty, and Prince Philip. So cute. Now let's kind of get a tarot message of sort of looking at your situation, like a little story. So we have the Emperor, the 3 of Pentacles, and the 8 of Cups. So with the Emperor, I'm getting divine masculine energy, Aries. I'm hearing let me be the one. Masculine, divine masculine. With the 3 of Pentacles, I'm hearing, I'm hearing like it takes 2, right, to create. It takes the 2 energies of the masculine and the feminine for creation. And so 3 of Pentacles represents creation, collaboration, pregnancy for some of you. It can also represent a project of some sort, working together, or maybe even knowing this person in the workplace somehow. All right, and then future, like it could be something really far out in the future, like some kind of amazing mission, like a pioneer type mission, like what astronauts, they're just so brave and they just do something very, very out of the world. So with the Ace of Wands, with the 8 of Cups, I'm seeing this far journey, this big reaching, arching journey, a deep travel, embarking, like even shifting or doing a new timeline, shifting to a new timeline, or just really embarking on a whole different life, you know, not anything that you've ever known before. Like everything's going to really, really be different now in a good way if you're going to be with your person that you care about, right? It's going to be real different. Whole, totally different life, okay? And maybe possibly also lifestyle. But with the Disney villains, let's see what kind of blocks you might get. So you have the High Priestess and the Star. These are good cards, except that taken in a villainous way, the High Priestess represents to me that clairvoyant energy, like downloads from spirit and spirit guides, but maybe just taking it a step too far. Believing in your intuition in a moment where maybe you're not fully healed, or your energy's not in a good place, and so you're thinking of it as intuition, but it's really something else. So just be very cautious about when you feel these intuitive energies. Sometimes, depending on how you're feeling, if you're having a low day, it might not necessarily be the right message, the right thing coming through. And now with the Star represented by the mirror on the wall, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all? And it's like he's like the advice giver, and also like the seer, but sometimes the advice givers and seers get it wrong. So I feel like this could be too dependent on the wrong person to give you advice, is what I'm hearing. Like that spiritual info that you depend on sometimes and maybe you're making choices through the spiritual information you're getting, and it's not actually always accurate. I'm just hearing that sometimes you're gonna have false information, so you have to be real discerning. But I feel the best way to know if you're hearing the right thing or not is check your own energy. If you're feeling in a good, peaceful day, then go ahead and listen to stuff if you need to. But if you're feeling anxious or upset or angry, that energy is going to just attract, like a validation kind of thing. And that's why you end up watching readings or other things that confuse you, because it's feeding into that negative energy that you have on that particular day or moment. So let's see what the princesses have to say to help you out in this situation. So they're going to be the helpers, and you have only time will tell. This is really good. So your situation has so much to do with divine timing and accepting the divine timing, not micromanaging universe, and having faith that the how will happen in its own way, and not that anything that you have to particularly do to attract it, except for positive thinking. But it might be a good time to just not think anything at all, like just to keep a nice clean slate and just be peaceful and not put anything into your mind. And you have decision. When the time comes to make a decision, then that is going to be very important to how you move forward in this connection, or how you move past these blocks. Make a decision, discernment, decision for yourself, what's true information, what's not. But other than that looks really good. All right. And so I'm just saying that this is like, this is not a big thing. These are bumps in the road, right? Mostly positive energy getting you through your connection. And just realize these are just bumps, but you can turn them into mountains, if just depending on how you focus on them, right? So let's see what your messages are. So for my Fairytale is Real by Fairy Tales and Cocktails, we have, you're my new dream. I only miss you when I'm breathing. And I promise. All right. And let's get some kisses from Enchanted Kiss. You're everything that feels like home to me. While we are apart, don't give your heart to anyone. You're the one thing I can't get enough of. And Leave all the thoughts of the life you knew before. Okay, so this is a big one. A big change, you know, and whenever changes come, big changes, you feel them coming, approaching, you could have a bit of resistance to it. It can be a little bit of fear, so that could bring up some unnecessary anxiety that blocks it, just your own self. All right, let's see what your hugs are. So Enchanted Embrace, we have let me be your emperor. Oh yeah. I heard that. I will love you till my dying day. And I could get lost in your eyes. Very nice. And now let's see what is the future for you. What's coming up next in your love life? Oh, a proposal. Your romance is about to evolve and level up. For some of you, it is an actual proposal, getting on one knee. And for some of you, it could just be the next phase, you know, like maybe you were dating and now you're going to be boyfriend and girlfriend, or maybe you haven't seen each other and you're going to meet for the first time, something like that. Okay, and what's next? Magnetism. There's a gravitational pull to each other, so you feel very like wanting to connect. This is a desire to connect, and the next opportunity could be some social event, whether it's face to face or social media. You're going to have a gravitational pull where you're going to connect, and that could be the leveling up, or that could spur a leveling up between you guys. Okay. Let's see what your baby fairy tale charms say. Well, you too, you have a fairy tale here, and a possible, yeah, and you have the house too, so a possible move, a possible getaway, rendezvous, living together. So some of you could be moving in together. You have Aladdin, and you have the letter E, and you have, oh, see, that's so perfect with the chandelier. So it looks like, you know, could be a party coming up. You definitely are fertile and you're feeling very content, and your baby might be a girl. Your future spirit baby says, I'm a girl. And that's kind of what I'm feeling. But Aladdin here is also representing the masculine learning about himself, becoming his full, complete self, integrating lessons learned and becoming complete. Like Aladdin was about self-worth issues, and I feel like this masculine here is finding their self-worth and stepping it up a little bit. Okay. I love that. So choose your fairy tale, but your fairy tale could be Sleeping Beauty, it could be Aladdin, or it could be anything that you feel. You could have a Bridgerton quality to your romance as well, or it could feel like a past life, or Scottish or Irish. Yes, okay, so I'm going to move on to the next. All right, last but not least, we have Megera and Hercules. Hercules. You mean Huncules. I like where they are, it's cute. Okay. All right, so let's get a little tarot message with the baby tarot. And this just tell a little story here. My sleeps. Oh, you have the Lovers, I think. Oh, okay. You have the Four of Wands. And the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so I do feel the right order here. I don't know why, but I feel like sometimes Lover's energy to me represents the culmination, the union, you know, and it is the union. So we're going to go backwards a little bit, but the union is happening, and this is the how and when, the timing of it, more or less. You two may be feeling very connected with a twin flame, a mirrored soul, at least, somebody who's high-level soulmate. A celebration party could come up, but I feel like definitely this represents sacred union. The Four of Wands is twin flame, and the Four of Pentacles represents slow and steady arrival. Somebody's coming through, yes, but it feels like it took a long time, but it's happening. It's happening. It's just wasn't on your timeline, but it is a timeline that is working, and it's coming to fulfillment. It's coming to bring you this positive energy. Yeah, so Four of Wands, the reason why it's often called the Twin Flame card is because it looks like 1111, which ties in with the Twin Flame energy. But it's picking grapes, this little child. Oh, and they have, what is that on their shirt? Is that an M or is that a, oh, it's a little castle. So yeah, the castle represents home and garden and stability and foundations. And I feel you're going to connect in every single way. The Lovers represents heart, body, mind, and soul, the spiritual and material coming together. And it's just a matter of time. It's just like, who knows when this is arriving, but the fact that the night is even here just represents there is movement, and you might be seeing signs of it soon, okay? So let's see what could block you. We're going to use the Disney villains to tell you what might be in the way of this. Death. And death is not literal death, but death can be some kind of massive change, you know, some kind of a disruption. It could represent, you know, world issues as well, outside influences that have nothing to do with your inner world. Let's see what else. Hades. And the Six of Coins. This is normally, I call it the famous card, right? The beloved, the one that comes through. So this could be taking notice of a popular, socially popular person, somebody who has a high reputation. Okay, so maybe your person has a high, this is what's coming through for me. So your person has a reputation, but they have a fear of change, right? So they have a certain image that they're projecting to their world, their family, whoever cares about them. And that's why it's taking them so long to make this change, even though they realize this relationship is the divine relationship, the divine connection. It's taking a bit of time because of appearances, and for some people, yeah. Reputation, it's all wrapped up in their social appearance. And if they become different, if they become authentic, people won't even recognize them anymore. The only one that's going to recognize them is their counterpart, you know? And so that's a little scary to have that kind of change in your life, where you're so authentic that nobody recognizes you except the one person who is your mirror, right? Well, let's see what the princesses have to say about it and how they can help. So we have quick. So this is interesting. Like, this is slow and steady wins the race. But the princesses are saying the best way to, it's like pulling off a band-aid. Like, do it quick, because pulling it off slowly it's just so painful, you know. It's just, that's why it hurts so much, why it's so upsetting, why it's so like the transformative and a kind of an intense way, is because it's being pulled off so slowly. But Princess is saying, just pull it off quick, and it won't be as bad as you think. And then you have take a chance. So either you or your person that will find the solution by being a little bit more impulsive, actually, in this case, instead of being so cautious. By being slightly more impulsive, it will help the energy in this situation. And so by moving a little faster and taking a chance, like doing something just gut energy, just gut, and not so much mental or so much material energy. All right, let's see now what your messages are. So what from your my Fairy Real. No, My Fairy Tale is Real by Fairy Tales and Cocktails. You have the world is a better place because you're in it. Your heartbeat is my favorite song. Loving you is my mission. See? So there is a greater mission here from your person to you. Let's see what their kiss is. Enchanted Kiss. Have. Every time I see your bubbly face, I get tingles in a silly place. And I've been locked inside your heart-shaped box for weeks. I want to vanish inside your kiss. Every day I love you more and more. And inch by inch we get closer and closer to every little part of each other. So it is, you know, inching along. It's getting closer. Let's see what their hugs are with the Enchanted Embrace. I love you. And I want to spend my lifetime loving you. And that's from Zorro. And we have, I can show you the world. Shining, shimmering, splendid. So from Aladdin, we got some good songs there. All right, let's see what your final outcome was going to be. Well, maybe not the final outcome, but the next phase, the next step in your love life. We have lasting love. This is your true love. So just kind of this realization, this going for it. A physical connection could be coming up. The sacred union of bodies, two becoming one. Two becoming one. The union, the physical union. You have heart, body, mind, and soul, and the physical connection is coming up next. Maybe you haven't had it. Maybe you're going to have it again. But that seems to be the next thing coming up for you guys. That's turning into lasting love. You know, it's not just a one-night stand. It's a forever love. Let's see what your fairy baby charms say. Okay, I got it. I was like, that is a handful. So you have the big ducky here. This to me is union. Like this represents the masculine and the feminine coming and becoming whole as one unit. We have, all right, we have the beast. Let's look at their body energy here. All right, so the beast is holding his hand out to the mermaid, but there could be somebody else. And that could represent reputation or this appearances or being the trappings or being concerned about material matters, you know. And then you have the blue pacifier, which represents contentment, can represent blue as in boys coming through. And the mermaid is learning her self-worth and learning she doesn't have to take, you know, trade her tail in for legs. She doesn't have to lose her voice. She can keep her voice and sing her song and speak her mind. And the beast is also learning that love is not about appearances. It's unconditional. It's about the heart. And she sees past all that, much like Belle does. She's seeing who he is on the inside, and he's seeing her worth and her value. She may not be like all the other girls, but she has a beautiful tail and that beautiful voice. So there you have it. This one is, you know, like I love Jasmine, but in this case, Jasmine represents, you know, the finer things in life, the material girl, kind of, okay? All right, well, I hope you like that, and I'll see you guys next time. Before I leave, I'm going to shout out my members. At the top of the list, we have Platinum Pixies, Cheryl Borelli, Raggi, Amira Deshawn, and Claudia Lane. Golden Fairies, Leo Sunchild. Twin Flames, Louisa Silva, Jolene Sutton, and Silver Empress Tarot. Fool of Faithers, Silver Star Priestess, Guacamole, Hi Guacamole, Weird Sisters Oracle, Mary Joy Lawlin, Arrow's Mind Wesley, Sonna King, Anastasia Motina, and Wolfie Baby Doll. And remember, today is the last day to get in your March reading, and then no rollovers, so April starts fresh. And then we have Sparkles of Light, JR, Colgan, Divine Goddess, AA, Patricia, Kim, Chrissy, Jessica, Brian, Giggles, Miss Fred, Lou Sunshine, Unstruck, Charisma, Terry, Esmeralda, Gloria, Luna, Mia, and my Patreons, Melanie, Trini, Terry, and Marie. go check out that Patreon page where you can see my artwork for my upcoming Lenormand deck, and I should be posting more pretty soon. I was stuck on the man and the woman. But I made my fairy woman, but I'm not completely comfortable with it, so I might do something different. We'll see. Anyway, I hope you like that reading, and the next thing on the list will be an outdoor reading. It's going to be a surprise. I'm so excited to do this for you, and you should be seeing that within the next day, I would say. Okay. Hope. I'm crossing my fingers. All right. I'll see you at the next reading. Faith, trust, and pixie dust.